everyone, welcome back to another exciting video. In this tutorial I'll show you how to get this gorgeous elegant look using all the affordable drugstore products. I have also made another video on Western Bride. I'll put the link somewhere on the screen in case you want to check that out as well. In this video I'll show you a very easy neutral eye makeup which can be paired with any costume in any color. You can also pair it with nude lips to make it look subtle and elegant, or you can just go in with some gorgeous bright lips. I hope this video will be helpful for you guys. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe to encourage us to come up with more such tutorials. So without further delay, let's start. Since I have already cleansed and exfoliated my face off camera, I'm just going in with this Mario Badescu Rose Water. I'll spray it all over my face before going in with the Neutrogena Moisturizer for combination skin. It's a very lightweight formula and works amazing for the combination skin, and I'm just massaging it all over my face very gently. The next I'll use the Clinique Prep Start to provide that extra hydration to the face. It has also got SPF 20, so it's a great thing for the daytime. What I like about this one is that it adds a very natural sheen to the face, a very subtle glow that makes your skin look much healthier and glowy. For priming my face, I'm going in with the NYX Photo Focus Dewy Luminex Primer. It is also a very lightweight lotion kind of formula which creates a nice base for the coming up foundation, and I'll just massage it gently using my fingers as I feel sometimes the warmth of our body helps to melt down the products better into the skin. Next, for the color correction, I'll be using this LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Orange and Green. First, I'll start covering up all my blackish and bluish marks on my face with the orange corrector, and then I'll just blend it out with my finger or just with a dampened sponge, and then just will cover the orange marks with the green, and we'll do the same thing to blend it out. Next, I'll use a little bit of this NYX HD Finishing Powder to set the creamy correctors, just to make sure it doesn't get mixed with the foundation, making it look orange. For my foundation here, I'm going in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation in the shade Warm Beige. It's a medium to buildable coverage foundation. It also adds a very subtle dewiness to the face, which makes it look very radiant and glowy. So I'll just apply it in small dots all over my face first, so that it blends out evenly, starting from the center of my face where I need most of the coverage, and we'll blend it out gently using the Super Blender sponge from Sigma. For my brows, I'm using this NYX Stem & Frame Brow Pomade in the shade Brunette, which is this beautiful brown in color. The product is very pigmented and thus very convenient to use, and it also gives a very natural look. And I'll just start by drawing the borderline first, and then we'll go in with filling the gaps inside to make it look natural and bushy. Now, just to set my brows, I'll be using this Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Gel, and I'll apply it from the middle to the end of the brow. That will give it a very intense look. It also comes with a tiny spoolie. I'll use that to comb my brows again after applying it, so that the colors get spread evenly throughout the brows and it doesn't look patchy. So I'm going to use these two concealers today. The one from LA Girl perfectly matches my tone, so I'll use it to cover up any flaws on those places where I don't want to brighten up or to highlight. And the one from NYX is a bit lighter than my skin tone, so I'll just use it to highlight the center part of my face. So I'm starting off with cleaning up the borders of my brows with the concealer from LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Pure Beige, and you can see how beautifully it matches my skin tone. It is simply melting down to nothing. And once the brows are done, I'm moving on to conceal the other discolorations around the mouth besides the nose, and we'll blend it out with the same beauty blender from Sigma. And now I'm just applying the same LA Girl concealer on my lids to create a base for my eyeshadows. You can use any eyeshadow base here if you want to, but a concealer does more or less the same thing. And to blend it out, I'm using this P84 brush from Sigma. It blends out the concealers flawlessly. And in the meantime, I have set my lids with the same loose powder from NYX, and then I'm moving on to my eyeshadows, and I'm starting off with this Twilight palette from You Can Be. And you can see I'm using this caramel brown kind of shade for my transition color, and you can also see that I'm blending it out on the crease area to create a dip. Next, I'm using this dark brown from the Revolution Golden Bar palette, and I'll be using it it on the outer corner of the lid and will gradually drag the brush through the crease area to the inner corner. We'll keep on blending it until everything looks smooth. The next I'll be drawing few lines with my NYX kajal, and this one is in black, and the next I will be using a tiny flat brush to smudge it out as I want a smoky line over here. And now I'm just trying to create a smoky outer V, and for that I'm drawing a thin stroke with the same kajal on the outer V, and later on we'll smoke it out in the same way. You can also use a black eyeshadow to do this, but be very careful with it. The look might get spoiled if it spreads everywhere. Then I'm using this black gel liner by L'Oreal to draw a very tiny delicate wing, and then we'll again smoke it out gently. And here I have taken a very little bit of black eyeshadow on this thin blending brush, and we'll smoke it out a little bit more to provide it some depth. And now I'm taking this brown from the Chocolate palette by Makeup Revolution, and we'll blend the smoked out area once more just to make sure there are no patches left and everything looks well blended. The next I'm going to use this shade from the Revolution Golden Bar palette, but before that I'm going to create a cut crease base using this NYX HD Photogenic Concealer, and see how I create a half cut crease base using this concealer and the same tiny flat brush. So the cut crease base is already made, and I'll gently pat down the shimmery copper color just over the base I made. So it's mostly done, and now I'm taking a little bit of black and brown in the same blending brush and will diffuse the edges to dissolve any harsh lines left. And now I will use the same NYX HD Photogenic Concealer. It's in the shade Pure Beige, and I'll use it to highlight the center part of my face, and will blend it out very gently using my microfiber sponge from Juno & Co. And once it's done, I'll use the NYX HD Finishing Translucent Powder to set the creamy concealer, especially on those areas which tends to crease a lot. My under eyes, besides the nose and beside the mouth, tends to crease a lot, and that's why I'm setting it. Otherwise, the creamy concealers might sit on the fine lines, making the crease look more prominent. And to contour my face, I'm using this tiny contour stick in the shade Espresso from Primark. You can use whatever brand you're comfortable with. And I will use it to give my face some dimension. It's basically the process to create some shadows on those areas which we don't want to highlight. And here I'm using an angled kabuki brush to blend it out, and I'll keep blending until everything looks skin-like. Then next I'm using the LA Curl Pro Concealer in the shade Pure Beige, and we'll draw lines from the end of the mouth to the end of the ears to make the cheeks look uplifted. Here I'm not using the NYX concealer that I used while highlighting the center part of my face, because that's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, whereas this concealer perfectly matches my tone, so it will hide all the flaws without highlighting the spot. Moving on to the bronzing, I'm using this NYX Matte Bronzer in the shade Deep Tan, and I'll use it to provide some warmth to the face. Nobody's face is made up of any single color, so it's just the way of adding that secondary tone to your face. And for my blush today, I'm using this very subtle pink from LA Color, and I'll be using this on the upper of my cheeks. The next I'm using this same brown from the Revolution Chocolate palette to smoke out my lower lash line, and after that I'll take a little bit of black in the same blending brush and will blend it on the lower lash line to give it a more intense smoky look. And here you can see I'm tightlining my eyes using the same black kajal from NYX. And the next I'm using the shimmery ivory shade from the same Chocolate palette by Revolution to highlight my brow bones and the inner corner of the eyes. And lastly, I'm spraying the Make It Dewy Setting Spray by Milani to get a glowy dewy look, and then I'll be using this Wet n Wild highlighter in the shade Precious Petals to highlight the highest planes of my face where the lights will probably hit and bring it forward. For my lips, I'm using this shade from Primark in the shade Velvet Touch, which is a beautiful orangish caramel kind of color, and the formula is also very creamy. It gives a very natural finish. I'm just going to dab it a bit with a paper towel after applying it so that it looks more natural. So here you can see the look is almost done, and now I'm just giving my lashes a good curl and will apply the voluminous mascara by L'Oreal. And here goes just a little bit on my lower lashes to make the eye makeup look more balanced. And now I'll quickly go get my hair done, and so this is how it looks. And I'll accessorize my hair with this beautiful beaded hairpin now. And now I'll just go and get dressed, and here the whole look is. You can see I'm wearing an off-shoulder dress, and when you choose to wear off shoulders on any occasion, make sure you highlight your collarbones and shoulder. Make sure you apply some setting spray before going in with the highlighter as well. So here comes the whole look, guys. I'm so excited to share it with you all. Hope you will enjoy watching it too. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. You can also let me know what you want to see next by commenting in the below comment section. I would love to go through them. Share it with your friends, family and everyone who's gonna be a beautiful bride soon. This video can surely help them out in so many ways. I hope to see you again in my next video. Till then, bye bye.
Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is